Well, hi everybody. My name is Trenton, and I'll be hosting today's 7 common use cases for mobile construction forms webinar. If at any point during the webinar today you have any questions, go ahead and enter them into the GoToWebinars chat box on the right-hand side, and we'll be sure to answer them at the end of the presentation today. All right, so let's get started. So today we'll walk through the 7 common use cases for construction mobile forms and how real GoFormz customers have used mobile forms to achieve incredible results. Here's a quick rundown of everything we'll be covering today. We're going to first start with transforming the construction job site with mobile forms, the 7 most common use cases for construction mobile forms, including how digital forms modernize operations and reduce administrative demands, how automated calculations increase accuracy and save time, the benefits of including project images in forms with sketches and comments, standardize and consolidate documentation with mobile forms, how teams benefit from instantly submitting forms from the field, routing forms to integrated application to reduce administrative overhead, and improving quality control and assurance with real-time data from job sites. Then we'll quickly cover automating your construction data capture and processing, and then go over how digitizing your forms with GoFormz works, and then we'll wrap it up with a quick Q&A. So let's dive right in. So we'll begin by discussing the manual data entry tools that frequently burden field teams and how mobile forms can help. One of the most common and problematic manual resources still used by field teams are paper forms. Relying on these paper forms to capture field data wastes your team's time and money, and often results in outdated, incorrect, and isolated data. Think about it. Every paper form your team has to fill out on the job site requires time spent completing the form, running all of those calculations, and hand delivering that form back to the office. But once that form does reach the office, it then needs to be processed, rekeyed, scanned, faxed, or copied, and then all filed away. This is a huge waste of time and resources of your team. Fortunately, improving your data capture and efficiencies is as simple as digitizing your forms for use on phones and tablets. With mobile, identical versions of your existing construction forms, field teams and back office personnel can effortlessly improve their collaboration, productivity, and data quality. This is accomplished through the use of dynamic digital features that work both on and offline, empowering your team to complete their work no matter their location. So let's check out how real GoFormz customers are using these mobile forms to transform their construction operations and achieve incredible profits and savings. So we'll start with our first use case from Ference Construction, a building and civil engineering company that operates in UK, Ireland, and Europe. They needed a solution to modernize their operation and reduce overall administrative demands. The Ference Construction team was burdened with over 200 on-site forms that needed to be completed by hand every day. These manual paper forms were often lost or damaged by poor weather conditions and required lengthy processing. So to sidestep their processing demands and empower their team to complete forms anywhere, Ference digitized their inspection forms and safety checklists. Their forms now can be used to capture job site data on phones and tablets in the field, no matter the weather conditions. Once a job site form has been completed and signed off on by the on-site engineer, an automatic workflow triggers the delivery of the form to the site secretary for further review and publishing to the Ference management system of choice. Now that forms are instantly available upon submission, Ference has expedited their form processing. Additionally, forms are instantly consolidated within an integrated file management system. These automations and digital improvements have resulted in incredible savings of over 60 hours a day. All right, let's check out our next use case, and this one's from W Larsen's company. So Oscar W. Larsen's teams regularly perform energy audits at customer sites detailing the specific kilowatt and cost savings of using alternative sources of energy. Before digitizing paper forms, reps would need to return to the back office to complete audit calculations, generate a sales contract, and then print that proposal for signing, resulting in often delays and frequent form errors. Adding to this huge burden were the 10,000 plus paper timesheets that Oscar Larsen's personnel needed to rekey into their system throughout each year. But by digitizing their forms and leveraging automatic calculations, users can now instantly complete highly accurate calculations and collect signatures from the field, meaning that audits now end with a digitally signed contract rather than a trip back to that office. Leveraging these automated workflows, the completion of timesheets has also been streamlined, with submitted forms now automatically updating integrated HR systems every time an employee records their hours from a digital timesheet, eliminating the need to manually rekey in all of those timesheets completed every year. These dynamic, feature-rich mobile forms helped Oscar Larsen's generate a whopping $10 million in sales due to faster, more accurate bidding process, while automated processing produced a savings of approximately $300,000 in labor costs. Let's move on to our friends over at DeShazo now and hear about how they use mobile forms to capture new data types like images and sketches. So DeShazo, an overhead crane company, relied upon paper forms and digital cameras to capture data and project images at extreme heights. This cumbersome process required their use of a camera and the retroactive printing of attachment of photos. To simplify their image and data capture process, DeShazo digitized their inspection and service tickets, as well as their timesheets, allowing on-site teams to easily include contextual visual data like images. So no longer burdened by the digital cameras or filing attachments, DeShazo's site images can be easily input into the forms and submitted with the documents themselves. So no cameras, printing, or filing required. Further streamlining DeShazo's form completion is barcode scanning, which can instantly fill in fields on your form once a barcode is scanned by the user's device. This digital transformation has resulted in streamlined image capture, expedited data entry via barcode scanning, and more powerful insights due to increased data collection. DeShazo also brings us our next use case, and here's how they standardized and consolidated their documentation. So DeShazo not only needed to capture contextual data types, but also needed to standardize their documentation across each of their locations during their rapid growth. As DeShazo's business grew, management began to notice irregularities in forms from location to location. Due to the distance between their many locations, which are spread across several different states, along with the rigid nature of paper forms themselves, DeShazo ensured that over 200,000 documents were designed and used in a uniform manner was extremely difficult for their management team. The accessibility of digital documents allowed the DeShazo team to standardize their documentation. Now, DeShazo's personnel can simply generate a form using the same template across each of their locations. This use case is incredibly impactful for contractors working with government entities who require specific standardized documents are completed. Now, DeShazo experiences fewer form irregularities between their many locations and can present clients with a more consistent branding. All right, let's move on to use case number 5. So Roadbridge, an Irish civil engineering firm, relied upon paper forms to deliver critical project information from a job site to their back office personnel. This workflow not only required the hand delivery of forms, but also resulted in frequently incorrect data and long delays. An added frustration was the fragility of paper forms when completed in poor weather conditions, making data capture difficult, sometimes even impossible. With mobile forms, Roadbridge teams can now complete their work on the job sites, no matter their weather conditions, and provide data to the back office in real time. Mobile forms can even be completed offline and then later synced to the cloud once the signal does become available. This easy in-the-field data capture has led to improved time efficiencies and simplified information across their teams. Here's what Roadbridge's manager had to say about going digital. I would say that moving to an electronic format is a no-brainer for any company that wants to improve their efficiencies, create more professional-looking documents, and reduce time wasted on completing forms. Let's move on to our next use case, and this one's from Inspecta. So Inspecta, an international inspection, testing, and certification company, relied heavily upon their paper inspection forms to deliver many service solutions for industrial and field certifications. This was often a very manual process that required the management of separate attachments, which were often isolated from their corresponding documents across various locations. Inspecta digitized not only their forms collections, but also their administrative processing. This includes an integration with ServiceMax, in which information captured within mobile forms is automatically routed into Inspecta's ServiceMax account as soon as that form is completed. Leveraging this automation, Inspecta's teams have eliminated the need for manual data capture, processing, and record keeping, resulting in a 15% increase in field efficiencies. In addition to the streamlined image capture, Inspecta has also witnessed an increase in customer satisfaction due to expedited billing. Let's move on to our final use case, and this one's going to come from Oldcastle. So Oldcastle, North America's leading manufacturer of building products and materials, needed a solution that didn't require IT support and could efficiently aggregate data so that the management team could better monitor their manufacturing quality control and rigorous pre-delivery inspection process. Oldcastle digitized their quality control and damage control forms to collect, process, and report on factory floor data in real time. With instantaneous access to factory floor data, management can now better pinpoint workflow inefficiencies and address them faster, increasing the business's agility and factory floor transparency. With improved quality control documentation, speed, and accuracy, Oldcastle achieved an amazing savings of $500,000 in production costs after identifying factory floor inefficiencies. All right, now that we've discussed each of the 7 most common use cases for construction mobile forms, let's discuss how digitizing and automating your document sharing, processing, and record keeping can further transform your operation. Converting your forms collection to digital versions allows for the automation of common tedious tasks. Leveraging automated workflows within your daily processes helps alleviate your team's administrative burdens while improving responsiveness and efficiencies throughout your operations. Here are just a few examples of the automations you can use to streamline your construction data capture, form sharing, record keeping, and more. With instant sharing of completed forms, this means that when a form is completed by a user in the field, it can be instantly routed to teammates, customers, or partners that don't have an actual GoFormz account. In leveraging these seamless integrations through the automated workflows, you can instantly upload completed forms to connected business applications like Procore, Salesforce, ServiceMax, Google Drive, Ignite, and much more, instantly enriching your operation end-to-end with this real-time data. And the auto-tagging of completed forms, your mobile forms can now be tagged with information like the customer's name, the technician's name, or the project locations to simplify rapid form recall. So let's discuss how you can digitize your construction forms for use on phones and tablets. Streamlining your construction data capture, processing, and implementation is as simple as digitizing your forms collections. With GoFormz, converting your paper forms to mobile versions is a quick and easy process, allowing your team to fill out forms on their phones and tablets with no IT or coding required. Here's how easy it is. You'll start by uploading a JPEG or a PDF of your paper form to the GoFormz website. Then you'll drag and drop all the drop downs and images onto your template. Then you'll configure your form's list view for small screen viewing mode. Then you'll add in all those workflow triggers to automate your form's actions to be sharing and integrate with those other systems. And then you can start filling out your forms on your mobile devices as you go. GoFormz is also available in all the major app stores, so no matter if you're using iOS, Android, or Windows, we got you covered. So I just wanted to thank you so much for joining us today. I'm going to be sending each one of you a recording of today's webinar, but if at any point you'd like to schedule a demo or have any further questions about what GoFormz can do for your business, don't hesitate to contact me directly at tpolanco@goformz.com or to my direct office line at 858-926-7686. But thank you so much, and you guys have a great Thursday.